free. Osanga inawa live katipa ako for free on how to trade high impact news. That thing will, guys, it will force you, I know, it will force you guys to come in for my mentorship. Mazo sharing a screen yang, I don't know whether you guys were seeing it. Atajiraba, you can inbox me direct nonga matimwana sinajifuna. So, Gasina agenda wala traders, I would like to tell you about something. Today is the day that we are waiting for. It is the CPI. We're having consumer price index today. Yesterday we had the producer PPI price index. Which I get there. So first of all, guys, this week is totally bad because we started off the week with public holiday, which was a bank holiday of USD payers at card. Then from even JPYs. So the following day it was a consolidation day. Even the week started off with gapping. Now the Wednesday, yesterday we had a PPI. That news is normally known to have an impact, but we did not receive any impact from it. Now today is the day of CPI. We don't know. We are not yet assured whether the market will still move or not. Remember, those of you that are trading XAUUSD or USD pairs, they gave us a change of character, showing that they are changing from buys to what? From sells to buys. So today, about a very, 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 very scale. Mugena Ketaga. This scale, guys, it's very nice. If someone, you can capture it and you get that confidence, you'll be able to defeat all the impacts you get. So allow me to start from there. I'm gonna go on with you the 19 to 20 people I'm seeing online right now. So let us analyze XAUUSD. Guys, whenever you are making analysis of a certain pair, especially when you are preparing yourself for like news impact NFP, you're having CPI, we're having PPI, we're having FOMC. Not this one that happened yesterday night. No, there's the other one with the reading rates, what they're called reading rates. So this is my setup, the weekly setup we had over XAUSD. Those of you in my VIP remember I started off buying from the expected buy area, you see, as I marked it very well. Then we reached the low risk buy, still we bought, and then we reached the low risk sell area. It gave us some small sells according to what you are seeing there. We received some sells. Remember, this is a 4H. Then from there, the market went upwards, then giving us a retest back here on our area of low risk to now on our expected sell area. But unfortunately, at that moment or that point there, I have my zone there, you know already. I have the other one, what we call the expected strong buy area, sell area. You get the point. So from there, this is normally that's my area. This time round, as the week was starting, I did put it there for you guys because it was a bit far. But as all of you know NFP, you know CPI, expected strong sell area. You get the point? You know CPI, normally CPI is having high impact. So it might reach that point. Never know. You get the point. Those of you in my VIP, I think you'll witness this. You'll tell the others that aren't yet there. So I want us to make some analysis. Then after making that analysis, I'm going to tell you the other tip that I've told you about. The tip that on how you're supposed to trade news with high impact. So briefly, this is my weekly setup. This one that you're seeing here. This is my weekly setup of XAUUSD. And I've been profitable from this pair. Whenever I try to go against this pair, I promise I was not making some money. Yesterday, I gave my VIPs, remember this is a 4H. I told my VIPs to take some sales at this level. You see that doji candle, the red one. Let us go now to time frame. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So we're able to sell. Where did we take our sales? So we sold on this candle 1, 2, 3 candles. I don't know, they're saying them here, that area. We're able to take some sales from there in the VIP. By the nowadays, I don't call them VIPs, they're called the special ones. So let us go and make some analysis on XA on gold, and you get to know what we are looking for today. To be honest with you guys, gold setups we are having, according, if you go to the higher time frames, like normally what we do, if you go to higher time frames, let us start with a daily. Today I want to go back to the monthly. Why? Because we all know what is on the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, okay, let me just take you there. Monthly time frame is indicating that the market is giving us some sales. But unfortunately, according to this candle that I'm seeing here, this one is a good signal for what? For buy. So it was rejected at this point. I remember the live stream we had last time. I talked about this thing. You remember this signal here. So the market rejected from this level. I'm very clear about that. So from there, let us proceed to the daily. Let us just look at the daily. We get to know. Normally, if you're doing analysis, traders concentrate after identifying the trend of the day. You get the point, the trend of the month. Then you go to the lower time frame. You get the point. So the lower time frame here we're having, it is the daily. Our resistance level, the first resistance, I'm targeting this area as my rejection point. This, I'm depending now on rejection points because already the market is having a move. You get the point? The market is already in a move. I cannot consider those candles there. But whenever you're doing good analysis, if you want to make some good analysis, when you're doing analysis, normally you have to concentrate on these last candles, especially the last 3 to 4 candles. These candles, normally consider them before the opening of another candle. Now this one is very clear. It is indicating that the market is giving us buys. Either today, those of you that are willing to trade in New York session, I'm going to show you something. I'm very sure at the end of this live stream, you'll benefit something. Even you want to be able to make my VIP, but now you have to wonder and say, if this guy is giving us this now, guess what is there? However, today I have not took any trades there yet because of the CPI. So we are making analysis. This is the daily time frame. You get a point. On my daily time frame today, I'm expecting here I'm expecting some sales at that level that are backed. But remember, we are considering two things. Now, if you look at this thing here, the last 3 to 4 candles we're having on a daily time frame, they are indicating that the market is giving us strong buys. So, as usual, the normal way of the market to move, I don't know whether you read about the market structure. The normal way of the market to move, we always expect something of this kind. I'm expecting the market to move, giving me some break of market structures or the retest areas or the entries. This is what the market is supposed to move. So it's supposed to move direct in one direction, unless when you're having some news. You get the point. So from there, after you understanding that, it means that if the market is ranging upwards, it means that also at a certain level, we're expecting some what? Some reversals. You get the point? I don't know whether I'm very clear, guys. I don't know whether I'm very clear. So so far I've showed you the rejection point is here. This is our rejection. It's going to be our resistance level, number 1. You get the point? And then from there, I've shown you the other trick of the 3 last candles. There's the 3 or to the 4 last candles or the present candles. Normally, they give you the direction of the day. Now, today, gold is going to buy. That's number 1. You be aware of that. However, CPI is going to come. We expect CPI to give us a strong sell, but at the end of the day, we shall have some buys. I'm going to show you why am I saying so. So if you go to these guys that teach the Falcon strategy, where we're having the patterns, now they'll show you something of this kind. They're going to show you something of this kind. We shall see that we're having a double what? Those guys. So normally this is how we trade this thing. So we shall expect here that to be the retest, then we proceed back downwards. So that's also another method. Are you seeing? I don't know whether you guys are seeing what I'm seeing here. This is what I'm seeing. For those guys that are using that strategy of trend lines, that strategy of over chart patterns. Also, that pattern is there. You get the point? I don't know that I'm clear, but I am clear. So, also that's another indicator that is indicating that today we're having some little cells at that level. Oh, okay. So that's also done. I don't know whether you're marking me well, guys. So we are just analyzing the market the first time, then we shall get the entries later. So that's another way. Then we're gonna look up for our resistance, another resistance level. Now that I'm turning out to be the support. So according to what I'm seeing here, if this is my resistance, now this is turning out to be my support level. You get the point. So if this is my support level, it means that if this candle comes, it might react at this level, then proceeds downwards. Also, that's another indicator that is showing you that the market, we're having more chances of the market to come and test here, then still goes downwards. You see, you get the point. It means that if the market doesn't respect this rejection area, my expectation, it won't pass by this candle here. It won't. You keep all your eyes today on the chart, you'll see. It won't, that rejection area. So we're having two entry models here. We might enter on this level or here when you're looking for sales. But if the market closes above this level, then there you have to go in for some buys. You get the point? Because the trend of the day is indicating that the market is supposed to be giving us some buys. I don't know whether I'm clear. But today we are not supposed, the market is not supposed to pass these two areas. So even this is another rejection point. If we don't take sales from here, we might sell from here. This is a weak area of sales, but the expected area would be here above, here on this level. I don't know what I'm saying here. Remember, I'm on a daily time frame. So after identifying all those, then I'll have to mark my area here. Now I'm using the last 4 candles here. So I'm removing this thing. I hope everyone has understood why I marked it. Always consider the last 3 to 4 candles for the day time frame. So from there, after identifying this, you have to be very accurate when you are doing analysis, because once you do something in a form that is not accurate, then you might end up missing out some good entries, or you might even end up losing some good money. You get the point. So you have to be very careful when you're analyzing the market. You have to be very careful. So this is the 4H. This is the 4H. This is the 4H. Yeah. Are you seeing what I'm saying? It's very clear and very accurate. Normally, when you people go on the public lessons, like you want to study on YouTube, you want to study where you study from, your teacher or your mentor will tell you whenever you are drawing those resistance levels, you have to mark them at the body close, the close of the body. But me, Faisal FK, the Finite King, I would say that whenever you are marking those support area, the resistance levels, always mark the witches, because you are going to be marking the stop losses. I think most of you know my entries. Normally, where I put your stop loss, it's where I put my entry, normally. And that's what, by the way, I teach to my students that come for one-on-one lessons. So on 4H, this is what we have. Remember, and the other thing that don't forget, that we're having this here. Don't forget that also on XAUSD. So if this is the movement that we are having here, I remember we are waiting for something, or this is the normal way of the market that's supposed to be trading. This is the normal way. Hope I'm very clear. The normal of the market to trade is this. You get the point? This. So that level you shall have some little sales, then we proceed upwards. You see, then now this area is going to turn to be our buy area. The resistance is going to turn to be. Then the same thing from here. You get the point? Then upwards. That's how the market is supposed to range in the normal way. You get the point. Leave alone the other thing that happened on FMC, whereby we were able to look at almost 1,000 pips selling without a retracement. You get the point. Yeah, kindly guys, after this lesson that we're having, kindly share out the link, share out our invite link to invite in some other traders. If you find this thing beneficial to you guys, do it. Just share it to your friends. They come to get some such lessons. So this is, we remember analyzing gold. So this is what we are saying. First of all, if you, this is the normal way, the normal trend. This one that I've drawn with my orange line. Then from there, once you look at these candles from here, from this doji candle here upwards to this level, I want you guys to look very well. Those candles have lost momentum. Do you know what we mean by momentum? Like the candles, they are not so huge like the normal way. You get the point. So after you identify that, it means that at any point or at any time, we might experience some strong sells at that level. If you remember very well, we were able to make some sells at that doji candle. This is a high time frame, remember. And the other thing that whenever you're doing analysis, you have to know that the market, why is the market going upwards? Why is the market going downwards? You have to know that normally. Here, the reason why the market is moving, we're having what we call the imbalance. You get the point. The market is looking for areas. Remember, it was oversupplying. It was oversupplying now. It was giving us the demand, clearing the demand areas. Now we are looking for supplies. You get the point. So, after you have to know a lot of stuff when you're doing analysis. First of all, those of you that have been on my stream in the early, I showed you 3 things. First of all, you are supposed to identify the rejection areas. After finding rejection areas, then you're going to find the trend. Trend is number 1. Then the other second thing. Then after identifying the trend, the easiest of finding the trend, normally you have to find the trend from higher time frames, weekly, monthly to daily. And for a daily, for you to be so accurate on your analysis, always consider the last 3 to 4 candles most of the time. Those 4 candles or the 3 candles are going to be the direct move of the day. In London session, you might be buying or you might be selling. You get the point? Then at the end of the day, New York session will give you some good buys because that was the actual trend of the day. That's how you're supposed to trade gold. This thing works on XA. You caught me well, guys. So after identifying that, then you had to go in for these guys that trade patterns, whereby I was able to show you something of this kind. If you remember very well, I showed you something of this kind. Where is my trend? Here. So I was able to show you something that the market is trying to give out something of this kind, and it was very accurate. You can identify it very well on a daily time frame, whereby the market is creating double tops, something of this kind. We're having, you can cross check the daily time frame. We're having this thing. Then from here, we are expecting the market to come and reverse at this level. The normal of trading, we are supposed to take sales from there so that we proceed downwards with the market. So since we are having CPI coming, we don't know what's going to happen. So it's better to first wait for the impact. I'm going to show you how we are supposed to trade news at the end of this live stream. And I'm sure if I show you that, I know guys, you have good hearts. Traders, I know some of you, you are having good hearts. You'll go on and share out my invite link. Yeah, you can forward it to all your platforms. So this is our time frame. Here we have identified some few things. Here we have seen that this is now this level upwards. Here is our expected sell area. For you to get some accurate sells, you're supposed to look for them at this zone from this to here. Normally those of SMC, they call them the order blocks. And another thing is that if the market fails to give us a sell at this level of rejection here, you get the point, we might look for sells at these levels. Those dotted lines, where you see the dotted lines, we're gonna look for sales at that area, those 2 areas. You know, those in my VIPs, we shall try that. We shall try out that one in after here. You see, those dotted lines, they might give us some good sales. Why am I marking them? Because now those are other areas of rejection. You get the point? So from there, after knowing that the market is supposed to move like that, this is the actual move, that is the trend. If the market goes giving us buys from there, or if not so, the market might reverse, or even can look at, let's assume it's not reverse from here. You get the point? Then at this level, we test here, then we proceed downwards, testing these areas just filling the gap, filling this gap here, this gap that it was given on Monday. So after filling the gaps, then at the end of the day, we shall have to come back here. Then we proceed downwards. Remember, the market changed. We already received that change of character on XAUSD to give us that, to indicate that we are still buying. You get the point? So you have to be very observant on anything that is coming. So me normally when I'm analyzing my market, I don't go beyond 4H. I can even proceed to 1 hour, but normally for me to be so accurate, I like to consider 4H. Now this is what we're having on 1 hour. If you're seeing very well, this is what we're having on 1 hour. This one here is our gap. Let me label it for you guys to see. We're having a very big gap here. All the other pairs, the GJ pairs, the what? The Euro JPYs, all of them, they already covered up. They are what? The USD all of the other pairs already covered their gaps. But this big man here, the XAUUSD, he has failed to cover the gap. So we're having more chances of the market to come here as well. So if you look at the 1 hour, you will see that the market is already ranging in our support area, our resistance level. Many of traders now are looking at this area. They would like to take some sales at this level, which is okay. But for your own information, for you to be more safe with what you are doing, it is better to first wait for the impact to come, or for the moves that are gonna come there around 3 p.m. or around 2:55, 50. You get that? You get the point. So don't strap sales from here, guys. A moment. Give this market time to think. And remember, this is XAU. XAU has the ability to do anything it wants. They might come and they liquidate you, then they go to your direction. So be careful with the market. So now, if this is what you're having on 1 hour, normally people are gonna look here, then they expect to do something of this kind. Remember, you're having a gap here. This is another imbalance area. Then we receive a retest. Then we proceed. It might even first stop at this level. These two double tops, they call them double tops. So it might first reach there, then gives us a retest. You get the point? We enter from then, we come back strongly, filling up the gap. We test again, then downwards. Then from there, we shall have to go to cross this. I don't know whether you get the point very well. I don't know. I know majority, you're seeing something different from what I'm seeing, but me normal, I'm giving you two options. Those are just my two options. So I don't exceed 50, I don't exceed the 1 hour time frame. So from there, allow me, guys, first to give you the mic. You tell me what you have on board. Tell me what you have on board. So anyone who would like to speak out something, you got the mic. I just want to see the hand. I just like to see the hand. That's gold, guys. That analysis is for gold. Before I give you the last trick of trading high impact news, first ask me some questions on my analysis. Any questions? So I'm seeing guys here are very serious, but I can't think that all the 30 people that I'm having online right now, you don't have some questions to ask me about what I've done. You mean all of you're having the same setups on gold? Eh? I don't know. I'm seeing very many traders here. Some of them are Chemical Hashim is asking something. Chemical, got the mic, bro. Chemical, you're listening to my brother. Say something. So this guy is requesting for the mic, but he's not speaking up. I don't know what's going on with him. Kindly speak up, we proceed. Kindly speak up, we proceed. Hashim, anyone else to speak? Matt Spikey. Okay. Matt, sir, thank you for attending my live streams. This is the second time I'm
Yes.
seeing you here.
Okay, sir. You're welcome. So my question is, here you said that price has to come back and fill this gap here, but does it has to fill it up, or even if it like tests it, or it's a must, it has to fill it all in order to move up?
Normally, since this is XAU, quote me well, since this is XAU, it might first go upwards for like even a full month without coming back there. But at the end of the year, or at the end of the day, it has to come back there because the market is trending, looking for areas of imbalance. Get the point, bro?
Yes, I get.
The market is ranging, looking for areas of imbalance to fill up those areas. So the more it comes to fill up a certain area, it is creating another area of imbalance. Normally, those that are using supply and demand, the more market supply is somewhere, it is creating more areas of demand. If it tries to give up the demand areas, then it is creating a lot of supply. You get the point? So the market is going to be in that circular form. So the same thing we're having here, that the market always is looking for areas of being in balance. That's why normally when you're doing analysis, I would recommend you to start with the higher time frame, proceeding to the lower time frame. Get the point? Why? Because once you start your analysis from the higher time frame, you're gonna be able to identify areas of imbalance, because normally the market is going to violate all those areas of imbalance on lower time frames, but it will never violate areas of imbalance on higher time frames. You get the point, Mr. Matt?
Yes, sir, you get.
Any other question? Matt, you mean I've answered you well? Chemical, you still have the mic?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it's cool. We can proceed.
Okay. Anyone with any other question? Before I proceed,
Hello?
I'm seeing a lot of participants today. Ashim tukuwulira.
Ompulira, eh?
Yeah, I'm hearing
Kati
you.
kyembadde njagala okubuuza Seeka. Mbadde njagala kugamba kati eyo area gold w'eri mu kuzannyira currently twali twagimarkinga nga expected sale yaffe. Si kyo? Kati essaawa zino weeri mu kuzannyira ate ndaba ezannyiddewo nnyo kati tesobola kuba ng'erimu tulimba ng'etwali entry.
First of all, remember, I was very clear, I've said that if you look at that area very well, we are having what we call low momentum. The market is losing momentum. You get the point? It means that the sellers are becoming stronger. You get the point at that area. But unfortunately, the trend is supposed to be a buy trend. Those of you in my VIP, yesterday we were able to collect some good money from that level. Before even reaching that area, we were able to collect some money from the sales. However much we were against the trend, and we are able to collect some good money. But the problem today we are having is you cannot execute trades at that level because we're having CPI. I think you don't know what we mean by CPI, my brother. I wish if you knew what CPI means, no one would have been trading this week. You get the point?
I get you, bro.
So at that level, you can risk, if you're a good risker, like you have some good accounts, you can risk yourselves at that level and even risk another account on buys. You'll see what account will lose. Any other question, Mr. Hashim? I think I've answered you. The area is marked as our expected sell area. However, the market is having CPI today, so never know what's coming. It's better to first ignore at that level and wait to see what the market's going to give us. I'm going to give you a trick on how to trade the CPI, on how to trade NFP, and even other impact news. So, Mr. Blue, you got the mic. Hashim, thank you for your time, bro. Okay, Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue Screen, Addict FX. What's your point?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, bro. How are you?
I'm okay. So me, I joined late because I was started doing something. So I just ask something about those things.
Come again?
I joined late because I was doing something. I just wanted to ask something about funded account.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry?
What question are you asking about funded accounts, Mr. Blue?
What I'm saying about funded account, like, because those things of phase 1, phase 2, it confused me. So I don't understand. Can you help me clarify for me a bit?
Normally, we're having different prop firms with different funded accounts. And normally we're having the normal ones that we know. Most of them are having evolution parts, whereby those evolution parts, we are going to face phase 1 and phase 2. Those of you that were trading prop firms in 2019, 2018, 2016, normally prop firms were giving out funded accounts with one phase. After passing the phase 1, then you proceed to a live account. But since traders are evolving, now we're having a lot of traders in our country. They had to bring in a second phase. Now people are using robots, are using very many tricks to pass phases. You get the point? So they had to make things very difficult. Then they introduced in phase 2. Phase 1, normally you are supposed to be targeting 10% or 8% of the account for you to get phase 2. You get the point? So for phase 2, you are be targeting 5% of the account for you to be able to receive a live account. You get the point, bro?
Oh yeah, I get it.
So from there, after passing your phase 1 and phase 2, they will immediately give you phase 2. That's how they work. It means that the only rule there that you're going to face is if you violate any of their rules, then you will be losing the entire account.
Okay.
Clear.
Okay. Then there's some other question. There's some other question. That one I will come in your inbox. Then I ask you.
Okay, it's okay then. So thank you for your time. Mr. Justice Subi, Haroland, say something. You got the mic? Kindly speak up because we're having less time. I want to show these guys something very beneficial on how to trade high impact news. Then we call it a day. We wait for CPI. Justin, Mr. Justin Subi, speak up. You got the mic, bro. So this guy is not online.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing now.
Hey, Kakati, I was asking, what if I find an order block, for example, in a daily, but when I check it like in the lower time frame, ngakati 1 hour, the next sequence for me, it's mitigated. Nenga mu daily laga a China fair value gap. Do I also consider it as an order block, or so can considering resistance points in that?
You look for other confirmations.
Yeah. Kale, normally
don't confirm on what we have been around confirmations. Then I need to try also nice question to the two, then you can take it.
Hey, Kale. Nayanza nyosebe. Nayanza sebe.
Thank you. Okay, Hilta, you got the mic. Hilta, speak up.
Kyemadde mbuuza. Jona wadde ku gundi. Jona wadde nsomamu ku Bloomberg nga walaga US economy. Yadde yagabira ku bulungi ko naye teri bulungi nnyo nga claims kale previous zaali ziri waggulu kigira. Naye baamufumya lipooti kale nga abanoonya emirimu era abali unemployed bakyali bangi. Ate CPI atera okureactinga okusinziira ku kale inflation eri mu ggwanga naye abantu baba batakola biki koma tebaba tebakola mu ggwanga akasente kaba tebalina bulungi kigira. Kale batono abadde batakola naye bakola bangi akasente kabeeramu kanyuma economy nga basasanya nga inflation ejja kujja awo Fed ajja hiking rates biki kigira. So kati gold musuubira simanyi kati gold babuga omusuubira otya. So CPI yayo ndaba ayinza obutaba nnyangu okuba waggulu ne wansi oba kigira naye nga nsuubira key level waggulu wa gold gyeyinza okubayinga etuukeko. Gold eyinza okubayinga ku CPI esooka naye kwekiriya ne dropping oba okiraba otya. Yakibadde nkubuuza kati ogenda channelizing mu ya CPI okiraba otya?
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, bro. You're gonna coach it off. You are right. You are right. Okuja ngwene kyakyo tugamba Mr. Hilter.
Kyokka kibadde ngamba
akatale tukyakasuubira kalina buying, that's right, but remember nti this is CPI. CPI tumumanyi enkola anything in up and down naye tugenda tuvakola analysis wa gold mbalaze era abantu made options bbiri. I've given them two options. You either buy or you wait for a sell, whatever the case. So at the end of this session, I'm going to show you how we're going to impact on this. Mr. Lukwago, let's talk something else. By the way, Hilter, after here, inbox me with your setup. Inbox me with your setup on gold.
Setup, but sinakola setup. Just money, so fundamentally, just money is fundamentally.
You can analyze after here, go and analyze, then you show me your setup afterwards. And after, don't forget to share out our Kaliki. Okay, one, Mr. Rukwa, you got the Mr. Rukwa, you got the mic, bro. What do you say? Lukwago FX trader. So the guy is not speaking. I'm giving one more person to speak. You be that one person to speak. If not so, then I'm gonna take you to what I want to show you. Then we proceed. I call it a day for today. Then we might meet next week, unless you're in my VIP. Lukwago FX, I'm listening to you, bro. Okay, the guy is not speaking. The guy is not speaking. So let us go and have something. Now, I'm winding up my live stream for today. Let me show you something. Let us use this space here. I hope everyone is seeing what I'm trying to show. Normally, when the market, whenever we're having news, remember this is, let us assume, I'm going to give you different ways. Let us assume this is our support and resistance level. You get the point? So, what you do normally, since you are targeting to trade some news, what you're supposed to do, let's assume that the market was giving us such moves. Normally, what you expect on news is that news first against the trend, then they proceed. So at that level, the market might play from there, play, then proceeds. We are waiting for the news all this time. You get a point? Let us assume it is going up here. So normally, when the market reaches this level, now here what we are waiting for, we are waiting for this one move. Either the move is going to come strong, going downwards. You get the point? I'm showing you something. I want you guys to be somehow observant. You get the point? So after spiking, normally we target those of the people that in my VIP, we have always a small resistance level down there, or the support level downwards there, on under the or below the daily time frame. Then from there, the same thing you're supposed to do upwards. You always put something upwards here, the resistance level up. above the other, these normal ones that we're having, we have seen that the market has given us a very huge spike. Whenever, most of the time, you wait for the impact. Now, this is the trick of trading news. Always wait for the impact, especially those that are trying to trade gold. Those that are trying to trade gold, wait for the impact. After receiving the impact, always you shall have a little pullback if the market is going to continue selling. That's number one. If you want to enter the market, you might make your first entry at this level. You make your first entry at this level. You get the point? This has to be the first entry at that level. If the market is giving us a sell, if you find out that now the USD is very strong, you shall receive a pullback after giving us the spike. Let me even label for you these things to be very, to make them clear. So here is our spike. Let me give it a mark. Let's assume it is the CPI. Let's get the CPI move. It is that. This one. So now this one here, if you find out that the dollar is very strong, you have to make now this one. You wait for this pullback, you enter the market from there. Because at this level, the market might come and goes back downwards to sell. That's number one. That's another way or the actual of trading news. Or if not so, you might even leave alone this. Put them aside. Let's assume the market is going to come, giving us another spike, strong one, downwards. Normally, after seeing this, what you're supposed to do, make this area, turn this area to be your buy entry. Why am I saying so? You buy from here so that you buy with the market. If the market goes upwards at this level, it means that if the market is going to proceed until this level of the entry for sale. You get the point? I entered the market after the spike. I bought at this area. You get the point? After buying, don't overhold news. Don't overhold news. Always don't overhold news. So after buying at this level, I have to close at this area, making up some good profits. I wait to see what the calendar is reading. You get the point? That's another way of trading. It's the same way. You're supposed to wait for this market to, whenever the market is now moving upwards. Like if the market goes in a upper direction, and for me, I prefer the market going upwards, because if the market goes upwards, then the sell entries will be there, and they'll be so accurate most of the time. They'll be, because areas of resistance, all the areas of demand, all the rejection points will always be respected normally. Get the point? So I want to show you something else. I don't know whether you're understanding this. Even in United States, I don't know what's happening. And so to collaborate with trading. I talk about spike in it. Let me first move this also. To spike in again, or could just spike get downward. And either or the perfect, no trapping move. Like a move is okay happening. At a move when it's happening, or is totally man say, no, go back to price action. No areas or check it. Areas rejection points. Check it. Normally sweeping liquidity. Those of you that trade SMCICT. Check it. Kagena sweeping liquidity at this level. We come out sweeping liquidity. Kaino okwambula, we call it okwambula, modemita pullback. Kagena kwambula kande. To go show you no color, or very quick. Even you can risk high at that level. No pikamu chopi same one will not size you. The Kambla Mukageno Jukina Gamaudi, they cover with the quick reaction. Reaction is very fast. You get the point. Especially Ghana Maudi, I gotta get a time direction here. Just to go to color wait. You know what I got trading, it's very better. Over in a chat and then a time from the only 1 hour or 30 minutes. Then we are going to trading at Gamba again at 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Check it. pikemu z'opiseemu egenda kwambula mangu. By the time weeneyambuliramuko pips nga 25 oba omaze okuva mu katale, then you wait for another entry. Even if n'olaba ogenze ku calendar n'ekulaga nti it's a stronger USD over the weak one, the same thing is going to happen. Normally, it's happening at XAU. We're not going to Euro USD, GBP USD, binds Okukuya Chiboko, as in US 30s. And so the player, as long as you could direction most of the time, instead again, I could direction him, zero Kuchuka. Then we don't say Jamukul USD, Expo, Gold UFA. I know call a pullbacks most of the time. So, a chili could buy, sell. Era wekizulanda akatale kagenda kuseringa tugeze tukizudde kasobola okwambula like yesterday aba trading ze PPI mwakirabye kasobola okwambula nakalina level gye kanoonya kati yesterday kade kagala kufiringa the other area kabayinga no strongly ne katoka ko your level otegedde. So abadde with some big accounts twabadde able holding trades at this level targeting the area depending on price action otegedde utwadi trap pinzira at this level katandikidde katuuseewo kakubiddewo zikando ziri embi paka downwards ne kajja ne kayitamu eno area. Then at the end of the day, since the trend of the day was a buy, oba mwadde mukifollowinga bulungi yesterday, trend yejo yabadde yakubuyinga era from there kabayinze ne kata ne kayita ne kweyo level. Simanyi mukitegedde. I don't know whether mukitegedde naye akitegedde ajja kusomesa abalala n'atakitegedde awo subscribingira kati njagala kulonda abantu 5 kale 6 then I close. Eka, what are you saying? Eka, you got the mic? Ika, Mr. Ika, we are listening. Mr. Bags, also have the mic. This one is one of my special ones. But I remember them is a long table, Gelachichi. I'm not seeing any other hand. If you want to speak, there is a card in front of your screen. Tap it and use it. I will be able to identify you that you want to speak. Bags. That was your gallery once, bro.
Bring me.
Mm.
Okay, I have majorly 2 questions. Are we supposed to read the data from the Forex calendar, the forecast, the previous and the actual before the news or after
Yes.
the news? And how can we
After.
read that data
After.
from the Forex calendar? The
It is
forecast, the
after.
previous, and the actual.
I'm not going to waste a lot of time on that, but I'm gonna give you something very easy. The indicator that I'm gonna use to identify out those things with calendar. Normally spike when the spike comes, it's going to come before the data, before the Forex calendar to give you the actual direction. You get the point. Last time I was here on our Forex Factory, we normally have 3 colors. We have 3 colors. We are having a green color of the results, we are having a red color of the results, and we're having a black color of the results. When they release data and it comes out that all the red notes, like, let me show you, let me try to put my Forex Factor and see whether we can see it. Normally what we are here, colors janga is really different. It's better for you to ignore. It's more better for you to ignore the market. I don't know, Mr. Bags or one put Mr. Bags.
Yes, I can hear.
So this is our Forex Factory. Tujiraba screen yango jiraba bulungi ya Forex Factory, isn't it?
I can see it.
Aha. Kati obango jiraba then. Normally tulina ebintu bisatu. Waneno wansi ku forecast eno. Ziriwo kati tulina USD core CPI month per month, tulina CPI month per month, then tulina CPI year per year. Then wano wansi ne tulina kye tuyita employment claims. Okitegedde. Kati wanene wali actual normally here. on actual back forecast ne previous zo zibeerawo bagenda kuleetera different colors. Let us use tukozeseeko ku ziri eza happenings yesterday tulabe ki tebaatuwadde. Now this was PPI yesterday kowa PPI month per month ne PPI month per month ne FOMC kati tulina these results. Once these results singa zijja nga ziri mu color weight like nga they are green normally owulira bags kiba kitegeeza nti it is a strong USD okitegedde bw'obanga wadde oli ku gold kiba kitegeeza gold agenda kuwa some sales pairs zonna nga ososa XXX then USD ziba zigenda kuwa sales. However Chino depending on market structure inti is the market completing the structure. You get the point. Then singa kijanga wano ku actually tugeze eri green endala eri red. Kiba kitegeeza market egenda kuba up and down. Kagenda soka kakube waggulu kakubene wansi kakube waggulu kakubene wansi nga temunafuna direction okubera dakiika nga 10. Even you can take 30 minutes nga mulimu eyo trend nga kataite kanalaga direction kije kagenda gendamu. Bags okitegeera. Then from there waliwo wojjo kisanga nti wano tubeerewo ne red zonna ezijjanga red kitegeeza US dollar is weak kiba kitegeeza nti the market is going to give us some strong buys naye era still depending on the market structure kajja sooka ka completing structure tugeze structure ebadde eri mu kuseeringa then at the end of the day you receive buys. If you remember about trading NFP last time the market was indicating that the dollar was weak okitegedde so kyatuviirako kubanga the market gave us some sales at the start, then it gave us some buys around 300 pips, if you remember very well. Then singa kijjanga tulina wano results nezireleasing wano wasigala nga wa black nga olaba wanene ku previous ne forecast. Nezisigala results zo nga the black in color. Normally that thing indicates that the market is going to remain in its direction. You get the point. Kigenda tegeeza nti akatale kagenda sigala mu direction yaako gye kabadde katambuliramu. Mr. Bugs, are we together? So the results bagenda zireleasing after the impact. Always spike egenda mmala kujja. Kati spike fe abamu abagala nnyo okuriskinga spike tetutagikwata. Because when you try to catch a falling knife, you end up losing some good money. Banaye Chemanyu nebintu bya mugaso nnyo gye muli. We muva ku live stream wene mu sharing out link yafe ate mukole reactions ku bye tuteekayo okitegeera. So Mr. Bugs, simanyi oba akantu ako kategedde kenjinyonyodde. Nkulagidde ku yajjo kati ne leero mwena abana trading CPI. When you open the Forex Factory, wait to confirm what do you see there. Okitegedde ssebo. Unless ng'olina ekibuuzo ekirala. Mikono nga gisusse. Unless ng'olina ekibuuzo ekirala. Mr. Spike. Long live Chicago, tukuwulira. So, I'm not seeing anyone speaking. Should I stop there? I'm not seeing anyone speaking, guys.
So, so for me, I'm asking you, I haven't understood anything. Where can I get you in order to explain me again?
Zikuwulira, Mr. Matt, I'm not hearing anything, guy.
Like, bwe mba siyina kyetegeedde right now, nyinza kuddamu kufuna ntya osobola okuddamu mpitiremu ekyamazima mbadde kwendi naye my mom has just called me, so I went to do some stuff, then nyinza okudda nga missed all of the things.
Okay, ngenda teekayo live, mbadde ngi recording, ngenda gibaddamu gye bateereyo munda abaana babagimiisinze bajja kugiraba. Live stream yaffe engeri gye yabaddemu. Once ekyo, you can inbox. So, abasigadde bempadde raise, you have the mic, Mr. Bugs. Tumaliriza.
Can we correlate this with the dollar index, the news?
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
I told you into DXY most of the time XA violating. If you want to use DXY as your indicator, normally switch to XA, switch to Euro USD and GBP USD. You'll get some good accurate moves because they correlate. This one's going to buy, the other one's going to sell. You get the point, Mr. Bugs?
Thank you.
Okay. Another one. Raise. Okay. Raise music. We're not interested in your music, brother.
Mufuna. Yo. SK.
Yo,
No,
I'm listening.
As in like pairs like in GBP JPY. Like Euro JPY, no say yeah? Nayo zibeera affected. Then nekirala bw'obanga like oyingira ku kando esooka as like nga bamaze releasinga data omulabye like kando kijoyingirirako like to be confirmed nti kati nina yingirira waneeno like okuyingira as in like that part.
GBP JPY normally it is a correlating pair with it correlates with the XAU. Normally GBP JPY was selling a GBP USD abagenda buying a gold. Naye sometimes data release tenejikanga mu katono ejuwamu ka impact ya katono tono compared ku ziri endala. Okitegedde. Naye nga in actual sense in reality it would have been affected. However, yo CPI ebanyigamuko nabo. Then a confirmation y'okuyingira akatale oyagala kikonfaminga bulungi always trading la 5 minutes amawulire. Naye ng'omaze kudipendingira ku market structure w'oku higher time frame either 1 hour or 30 minutes. By the time bali mu VIP yange eyo signal ngibawadde sigenda kujjayo kubiddamu ebyo. Anyone else? Raise take a mujzem. So, ebibuzo byeka biweddeyo guys. When banga byensomesa bibadde bya mugaso gye muli, then allow me guys to stop there. I personally, that's how I trade news. So let us call it a day. So I'm not seeing any other hands. So we shall start from there. For attending this one. Okay guys, have a good day. Thank you for attending. Kindly share out our link. Invite is there. Share it out to your friends, your platform, your statuses, whatever. So let us meet after the news impact. Wish you all the best. Wish you success in your trading today, guys. Let us call it a day. Those who need my live stream, those who are interested in my VIP, you kindly inbox me, and mentorship, you also do the same.